welcome to the Movie Draft Podcast. I am Ethan Simi, and I am joined today by my co-host, Sophie Holsinger.
Hello, everyone.
My other co-host, Ben Lawhorn.
Hello.
And our incredibly amazing guest, Doug Holler.
Time stop.
Yes! Yes! Megalopolis, 30 seconds in! And today we are drafting Coppola Family Films in an auction-style draft. Now you may be wondering, what does that mean? What qualifies for the Coppola Family Films in this draft? We are going to go over it very, very briefly here in just a second. But before we do, Doug, obviously, welcome to the pod. We're going to sidebar for a quick moment here because we have some serious justice to pertain to here. The hammer of the law needs to come down on this podcast. The listeners have spoken. The people need to know that we don't have cheaters here. Is that right, Sophie? The people need to know
that
correct. Those who cheat shall be punished on the pod.
And none of us cheated, so.
Wow, doubles down.
Clear conscience. You're good to go.
We're going to people's court here. So, of course, this is pertaining to our 2014 draft that just took place last week. Now, we are recording this pod before we have results of the 2014 draft. So I will just say, if Sophie wins the 2014 draft, it will then default to whoever got the second most votes, and she will not actually win that draft because she did cheat in the 2014 draft. We've had a lot of people call us out on social media and basically say, Sophie, when you picked It Follows, that was not eligible in 2014. Did you pick that knowingly? Or it seems like you have a clear conscience?
I have a clear conscience, yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, we need to basically decide how we're ruling things. But also, I will admit, like, I didn't dig enough. This is what I do. When I'm drafting a year, I go on Letterboxd, I go to the movies I've seen, and I sort by year. So I sorted by 2014, and both It Follows and Paddington were under 2014. But they were under...
As with Ex Machina, but proceed. I just two sides of the justice coin here.
Okay, first of all, no, they weren't, because I sorted by 2014, so I would have seen Ex Machina. But anyways, yeah, but then once you actually dig into Letterboxd and go to like the releases page, things look a little bit different. You know, listeners know I'm not really doing that much prep here, so I'm just kind of showing up and sorting on Letterboxd. So in the future, I'll do a little more digging, but nobody called me out, so that's not really my fault.
Well, it's quite famously, it's not your pod. So I guess I can't really fault you. So to be very clear for ourselves and the listeners, we had a great back and forth discussion in the group chat today. Here's what we've decided. Moving forward, any year draft that we do, the year that we will be following is the year, the non-festival U.S. premiere that takes place on Letterboxd. So when you go to Letterboxd, it'll say a year. You can click details in the app or on desktop, and that'll tell you the exact release date of the film in any festivals and any other countries. We're going to go by the limited or wide release listed in Letterboxd. So if we were to redo the 2014 draft, It Follows would not qualify. Paddington would not qualify. But that is how we will be stating things for the future. Ben, are you okay with that? Because I know this technically is the There Will Be Blood rule here on the pod.
Yeah, I mean, I feel good that we've finally come up with a solution here, like a rule to follow.
Did one of you draft There Will Be Blood in 2008?
Yes, I
That's
did.
Kind of ridiculous.
I got a wide release on January 13th, 2008. So that's why I drafted it then. And I was vetoed by everyone incorrectly. But yeah, here we are.
So I feel good about this. Doug, are you okay with this rule? You have no say. I don't really care, but I do want your take.
I don't care. I did want to chime in and say that you said, like, famously not Sophie's podcast. Super early on to your guys' podcast, I think I texted Sophie and I was like, hey, I listened. It's really fun. And she was like, yeah, it's not my podcast, but you know, it's,
wow.
I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking.
Oh my God, the receipts.
Guys, we've talked about
crazy.
this off pod. Ethan Ethan asked me to be a regular on this podcast.
Sophie, I told you I was intimidated by you. I didn't know what you were going to say. I didn't want to be rejected by the famous Sophie Holsinger. And now look at us.
Guys, this is my pod. It's okay.
That's all I needed to know. That's all I need to know. The people have claimed that I make pod content for clickbait now. That was you. And I'm posting that clip. That was gold.
Great.
Okay, great. We've discussed our year details. I don't know what the next year draft that we're doing is, but we will figure it out, and things will inevitably stick to that rule. Doug, welcome to the pod. It's your first time. I'm sorry you had to listen to that entire sidebar, but I feel good that we've determined that, and we can't have Sophie cheat any longer. How are you, dude? How are you doing tonight?
Bro, I'm chilling. You know how it is.
I love it.
I listened to, I think, if not every auction draft you have done thus far, basically every auction draft you have done thus far. And I feel like I'm going to devour here today. I feel like I'm going to feast.
Whoa!
I don't know if I texted you, I messaged you guys on Twitter, I guess I should say, about the last auction draft you did. And just like the Tony Snell numbers that Ethan put up in that New York draft was literally ridiculous. That was really crazy. It was really like, you were like, wow, guys, is Uncut Gems your favorite movie of all time? And Ethan was like, you know what? That's a good point. I think I'm not going to bid on it anymore. It's like, what are we doing here?
This is heresy. This is crazy that we're 7.5 minutes into this and I'm getting my prior draft strategies thrown in my face because I was literally just about to say I'm putting up big numbers today. I'm doing it. I'm here for the win. If Doug is here for the win, I'm here for the win.
First time for everything. We'll love it.
Yeah, I will say, when Doug messaged the group and was like, "Dang, Ethan, that was not smart," I thought that was a little dirty tactics. 90 minutes pre-potting. I thought that was definitely getting in my head. So you've done well, Doug. You're coming into this with the right energy. Now we're doing Coppola Family Films, of course, Megalopolis coming out the weekend prior to when this episode will release. So by the time this pod is out, Megalopolis will be out. We do need to sidebar when we talk about rules of the draft and figure out if Megalopolis is eligible, because at time of recording, it technically has only had preview screenings and is not wide yet. Another little thing of note. But we are celebrating Francis Ford Coppola. And so the Coppola family film kind of wing of filmography, we decided to go this route to best encompass not only Francis Ford Coppola, but all of the surrounding films of his and his legacy. So we have outlined what that means for our draft. Now, that means any films directed by or acted in by the following people: Francis Ford Coppola, Sophia Coppola, Roman Coppola, Talia Rose Coppola, a.k.a. Talia Shire, who you might know from the Rocky franchise, Jason Schwartzman, and Nicolas Cage. All related in some way, shape, or form to Francis Ford Coppola. Those are the 6 people that we have decided will be fulfilling this draft. Now, based on my research, that's over 200 films eligible here today for the auction draft.
Most of those are Nick Cage films as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Very important distinction. I think Nick Cage has like triple numbers on the next best person, to be honest. Sophie, right before we recorded, you notably said that you did not look at that list of films until, I don't know, a couple hours ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you feel good though. But you feel ready for this Coppola auction.
Well, I mean, similar to every draft we've done before this, I'm just gonna draft my favorite movies, and that's what's gonna happen. And I do have some. I have some favorite movies on this list, but I also have some movies that I really don't like.
Okay, Doug, it seems like you are gonna come in with a similar strategy, going for the Doug faves.
Yeah, well, I just 6 of my 30 favorite films are eligible in this draft here, so I feel like I should be okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting. Ben, I just figure, if we're talking strategy now, we might as well go around the horn. You guys know I got to ask.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you have a strategy for this draft?
No. I mean, I have there's a couple that I just want to end up on my team if possible, but I'm just here for a good time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm I feel like I'm here for a good time as well. I don't know, Francis Ford Coppola, cool guy, I would say. Okay, cool guys.
No, he's the GOAT. He's the
made Francis Ford Coppola has made many important films. Let me restate that. That's
good.
Great. Okay, we're all aligned on that. Doug, I'll throw it to you first. Coppola family filmography, Francis Ford Coppola and beyond. Does that occupy a large space in your favorite films? Because it sounds like
I should have.
Does.
What I said before for this. Yes. Yeah, 6 of my 30 favorite films are, and I did the math. Yeah, 6 of my 30 favorite films are up for grabs here. So Coppola is certainly my favorite American filmmaker. I don't know if he's my favorite filmmaker, full stop, but he's certainly my favorite American filmmaker. He I don't know if you guys know this. He made some good movies.
Not recently.
Haven't heard of many of them.
This is where we might disagree.
Yeah.
And then the drafting strategy here.
So, yeah, I want to put a pin in what Ben said. I want to come back because I want to talk about the Coppola family filmography with everybody here. So, Sophie, you said not a lot of films on this list that you're a big fan of.
Yeah. I mean, you can't deny Francis Ford Coppola. Like, he's obviously a titan of American cinema and has influenced like pretty much every facet of filmmaking. But I can't say that I really have a personal relationship to him. He has some movies that I really like and some movies that I really don't like. And I think in terms of the Coppola family as a whole, I've said this time and time again, I would just love to be someone who is a Sofia Coppola girl and is like head over heels with her aesthetic. But I find that there's only like 1 or 2 films of hers that really truly work for me. So yeah, the Coppola family, mixed feelings, I'll say.
Man, just the 1-2 punch. Last week you're like Wes Anderson, no good. This week you're like Sofia Coppola.
Don't say that.
No, see, Wes Anderson, no good is relevant here too.
Yeah.
This is true.
It is.
This is relevant.
This is crazy.
Like
getting lightheaded from hearing Sophie talk. Actually.
That's why I'm trying to do all of this pre-draft so that way I can really throw you off your stride, Doug. Ben, famously, huge advocate for The Godfather Part 2. I'm remembering that correct, right?
Yeah, so you have the poster tattooed on my back. I love that movie so much. It's my absolute favorite. Yeah, no, I mean, Coppola does have one of my favorite films of all time. But you know, we're really covering a wide gamut here. Because there are some that are just like super fun to watch, maybe more on the Nick Cage side. But there are some good kind of artsy films. I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff in here. So I'm excited to see what kind of teams we end up with.
Yeah, I think there's a lot here on the board. Coppola family filmography, I would say is obviously geared toward Francis Ford Coppola being the most important out of this selection of people that we've made here. Sophie, I think you said it best. He's touched all facets of like the last 50 years of filmmaking, essentially, and it's pretty undeniable his spread on that. But then you have things like Nicolas Cage and Jason Schwartzman that I don't know, Sing 2 is on the board. Klaus on the board. Anything's possible here in this draft, really. I think it'll be really fascinating to see where our allegiances lie. Now, of course, this is an auction draft, so we have money to spend, and that'll really determine where the big guns lie. I watched a Coppola movie for the very first time going into this draft, and I'm really glad that I did because
your first one?
No.
That's crazy.
No.
That's incredibly wow. I can't even you figured me out, Doug. This is crazy. You've broken my strategy right out of the gate. A Coppola movie I had not seen going into this draft. Let's just say that. But I think it's going to be interesting with the auction format, and I think we built it that way for a reason. Final question before we get into drafting. Any prep work from anybody here? Anybody rewatch anything? Watch anything new? From anybody anything that's eligible?
I did watch a movie directed by Francis, but it wasn't for this podcast. It was for Megalopolis. And but I was going to watch Palo Alto, the film directed by Gia, But then I looked at the films I had already seen, and I was like, even if I like this movie, it's probably not gonna inch its way. So I just didn't bother.
Sure, that makes sense. Sophie, Ben, either of you guys?
I watched a couple that I just hadn't seen in a long time that I remembered liking, but it's like, man, I don't know if I could like talk about this that well. I don't know that I still can even after watching it, but there's a couple I needed to rewatch for sure. So we'll see if I end up with them.
No, nothing going on over here.
Well, you watched Megalopolis.
You did watch Megalopolis.
I did watch Megalopolis. That will not be taken by me today. In this job.
Okay.
But we'll get to that.
I do think that's worth sidebarring really fast. So we've got two movies, notably, in my opinion, that are technically not available at time of recording, technically not for the public. Megalopolis, obviously. Doug, have you seen Megalopolis yet, right? You've seen it?
No, I'm seeing it tomorrow for the first time. I will say, if it's available, I will be attempting to draft it, if that's what you decide, even though I haven't seen it.
I think it should be.
This is great. I think it should be as well. I've seen Megalopolis. I saw it at TIFF. Ben, do you plan on seeing Megalopolis?
I mean, I'll be on a plane at some point and watch it, I'm sure. I'm not going to draft it tonight, that's for sure.
Just the way Francis intended. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Okay, are we all good with Megalopolis being eligible for this draft?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, great. We've solved problem number 1. Problem number 2, this little movie coming from A24, coming in November, called Queer. Jason Schwartzman is in this film.
You cannot draft Queer. No.
Well, this is my question, Doug. Can we draft Queer? I've seen Queer. I feel like...
Congratulations, Ethan. That's awesome. No, you cannot draft Queer, bro. That movie comes out in like 4 months.
just trying to stretch the boundary. I'm just trying to see where the fences are here, you know? So, okay. So, yes on Megalopolis, a soft no on Queer. I guess we'll tackle that again when we get back to that. All right. Let's go over the rules for the draft. We each have $1,000. It is an auction draft. We are going to be spending that $1,000 to put together a team of 6 films. Now, obviously, the films need to be eligible in the Coppola Family kind of wing of films that we've decided here. We are going to be drafting in a traditional snake style. And if you fill up your team, you are forbidden from nominating any future films. So you basically cannot sabotage any other teams. You will be withdrawn from the draft. Now, obviously, the key difference, other than it being an auction style, is that just because you pick a movie doesn't mean that you get the movie. You just get to nominate that movie and bring it forth to the free market of most likely Francis Ford Coppola, and I guess maybe sometimes Nick Cage, and see what happens and see who spends some money. We were considering having categories for this draft. It seemed really, really overcomplicated, so we didn't do it. We've just got 6 open spots. Fill your team with $1,000. Are we all good? We're all clear?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Mantra of this episode is probably spend money, like Francis did, right? We want to we just want to put it out there.
Sell my winery. Let's go.
Yeah, we should all have a glass of wine, a Coppola wine right now.
I literally was going to ask you guys to like bring some Coppola wine, and then I felt bad because it would have been like less than 24 hours until potting time, and I didn't want you guys to feel the pressure.
That would have been fun.
That would have been cool.
I'm not old enough to buy alcohol.
Shut up.
That's actually a glass of vodka that you just held up to the camera. It's just a whole
no, this is rubbing alcohol. It's the only thing I'm allowed to buy.
Yeah. Okay. Ben, do you have the spinner for us?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. Do we have any other things to go over before we draft?
No.
Okay. We're going to spin the spinner, and we are going to determine the order of this draft and see what happens. Doug, do you want to be first?
I want to be first so bad.
Oh,
I want to go first so bad. Yeah.
That's such an interesting strategy for an auction, in my opinion. That's so fascinating.
You got
to set the fucking tone, dude.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. I kind of honestly, I hope Doug
I
want to
be first.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah.
Into existence. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Ooh,
okay.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
Sophie going first in the Coppola Family Draft.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, Doug getting the second. You feel okay about that, Doug?
I can't do anything about it now, so I live to deal with what happens in life.
Yes.
Keep going. No, I want the turn.
No, I got the turn, baby.
Dang it. Okay. All right. That's too bad. Sophie, Doug, Ethan, and Ben. That's the order for this draft today. Ben is on the turn, which in an auction draft could be good, could be bad. I don't know. I guess we'll see how it plays out. Let's commence on drafting Coppola Family Films. Sophie, you are up. The first nomination of the draft. You got $1,000. I just have no fucking clue what's going to happen right now. I have no idea what's going to happen. Give it to me.
Well, I was going to do something really crazy with my money, but now I'm like...
Do it.
Maybe I think I know what some of my opponents want. So I'm like, maybe I just put one of those up. Nah, I kind of just want to do something crazy.
Throw up Jack.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping, actually. I was like, when are we going to talk Jack?
We might, we'll wait.
Yeah, we'll wait. Yeah, we're going to start off with a bang. I'm putting up The Godfather for...
Wow.
Let's go.
$300.
$400.
$500.
Guys, I haven't even had time to process if I want to bid on this or not. Ben, are you out on this one?
I'm just letting them run it up. No, I'm not out on this, but okay. I'm just going to let them see how far they go up.
Ooh, The Godfather.
I do.
Really important. Obviously, with the auction, feel free to bid at your choosing. If enough time
Ethan,
elapses.
are you out on this? Are you not bidding on The Godfather?
I'm quite honestly just vamping to figure out if I want to bid on The Godfather or not.
$500 is such a... I'm not... Sophie, I'm being so genuine. This is exactly what I was going to do. And also, I was like, my plan... I thought about this all week. I was like, I'm going to get on here. I'm going to be like, if I get the first pick, I'm going to be like, I want The Godfather for $400. And that's what I was going to come in and say.
That's amazing.
Okay. $500.
I mean, quite famous...
Fast.
Quite famously, Tyler Whitmore has come on this pod and taken the first round pick with $994.
$555.
Okay.
I'll go $575.
Okay.
We're all in.
I think it's one of the most important films in this draft. There's no question.
Interesting. I actually think it's one of the best films in this draft, which is different than what you said.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That is different.
$600.
666.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace being one of the most important, actually.
Yes.
I like that movie.
$675. I mean, Ben, I know you actually like The Godfather and you don't like The Godfather Part 2.
That's a fact. Yeah. That is true. The Godfather is one of my 3 favorite films of all time.
Seems important.
It does seem important.
700. You got 5 other movies to go, Sophie.
I know.
It's The Godfather.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if you've heard of it.
My list is not even like 24 movies long, so I can't rely that I'm going to get everything I want anyway. I'm kind of
like,
yeah.
I don't want to show my hand to you. My list is less than 10 movies long, and The Godfather is on this list.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Seems imperative that you're in this.
777.
Whoa.
Wow. Whoa. You just like those alliterative numbers.
I do. It's kind of fun.
You notably skipped your 420 bid this week.
Well, it went to 500 in like 3 seconds.
Yeah,
I didn't have a chance.
Too fast.
$795.
This makes sense for Sophie, actually, to go all in because she doesn't like any of the other movies.
It's true.
800.
Also, it's like The Godfather on the graphic. Like, I'm getting the votes. I don't know. Also, I love this movie. It's like the best movie on the board for me. So,
but what I think would be more interesting is if you don't.
I'm doing a rating check and verifying that actually.
And if we force you to get movies you don't like, I think that's what's more fascinating for the draft. Do the fun thing. Don't do the smart thing.
Yeah.
805. I'm starting to get a little squeamish in these 8s. It's a lot of dough.
I like The Godfather.
I mean,
8:10.
Okay. Wow.
8:15.
Stretching that timer. Holy smokes.
I think this is a top 2 movie featuring Marlon Brando available in this draft.
Oh,
I would agree.
Yeah.
let me that. Yeah.
Current bid 8:15. Whew. 8:25. Big movie. I mean, Sophie, you're right.
It's
The Godfather on the
movie.
graphic. Woo. Hard to beat.
Oh, fuck it. $9.95. Let's lock it down.
Whoa!
I knew he was gonna do it. I was about to do it.
There
Let's
we
do
go.
it.
There we go.
Holy
I mean,
shit.
yeah.
That's exactly what I wanted to happen, actually. This is perfect. Oh my god.
Dang.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
wasn't
the
willing
first
to go that
movie,
high. But-
I saw that was like adult, and I got it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, okay, this is really cool.
Mhm.
I have a personal connection with my grandpa watching this, so there's that there. Again, it's like one of my 3 favorite films of all time, so I'm super happy to have it on my team. I am concerned because this isn't the one that I rewatched that I told you guys was the top 3, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that because like now I have $1 to bid on the next 5 movies, so like I'm kind of fucked. But at least I got the number 1 pick that I wanted, so here we are. We'll see what happens.
I think that was a good move, Ben.
I do too.
I mean, jury is still out. We still don't know how like voters look at these graphics. If they see $9.95 for The Godfather and they're like, yeah, that makes sense. Or if they see it and they're like, wow, overbid, I'm not going to vote. You know,
Yeah.
You can't overbid for it's like Godfather.
Yeah,
that's like
maybe-
that's like saying you're overbidding for Citizen Kane. Like what you know, like what
This may be the
I
one
mean-
time that they let it slide, that they won't question.
Sure.
You know.
I respect the move, Ben. That's a bold play.
Appreciate
it.
I didn't think you had it in you, to be honest. No
I didn't
offense.
either, you know, but get enough Coppola wine in me, I'll make some crazy moves. So.
This $9.95 actually goes straight back into Francis's pocket. Helps out with the Megalopolis box office. The best way we know how. Okay, Doug, it is your turn to bring forth a film.
I'm going to be selecting a film that I think is the better of the 2 films featuring Marlon Brando available in this draft, and that is Apocalypse Now. And I'm going to be starting the bid off at $300.
Whoa.
Now, this is the movie that I watched for
You watched
draft.
this for the first time. Yeah.
I watched this for the first time. Certified 5-star masterpiece. There's just no getting around it.
Yeah.
I had a great lengthy conversation with Ben of like, which version do I watch?
Mhm.
So I watched the theatrical because I thought, you know what, best start at block number 1. I haven't watched any of the other versions, but I do plan on it because I greatly enjoyed Apocalypse Now.
I haven't seen the Redux version, which is the second of the 3 cuts that is the longest, but I have listened to Coppola's audio commentary that he did for that while I'm like driving around and stuff.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. You bid 300?
Yes.
Ooh, 300. I mean, okay, 310. How many more movies are going to warrant such a high price tag? That's my biggest question mark here.
To me, at least 5.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah. 4.
Wow.
At least
Okay.
4. But
I wouldn't have
maybe
thought
I'm
that.
showing my hand way too big here. This is that's crazy. No, Apocalypse Now is really good. It features Lawrence Fishburne as a 16-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And he lied to get that role. It's very 311.
Oh, interesting. The $1 increment. Fascinating. Dang it.
I am looking at the board and I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Actually, you got in my head a little bit about how many other movies.
I don't know if you're being real though. I don't know if you're being real if you just want me to let you have it for 311 as you take another gulp of rubbing alcohol.
So I feel like depending on like the drafters, there are a few movies on here that could pull $9.95.
I think
if you need them.
I think that there's like 5 movies just from like general 6 movies, maybe even from like general public kind of like normal cinephile that would be like, this is my favorite movie of all time.
Mhm.
That's like a popular opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
That
favorite
That would be
available.
G-Force, right? Are we talking about Nick Cage's voice work in the famous guinea pig film?
Exactly.
Well, that's my favorite movie of all time. Yeah.
That's why we found the number one.
I was keeping that in my back pocket for later.
All right. Doug, I think you get it for
oh my God,
311.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Are you serious? Jesus Christ.
I didn't. I mean, Sophie didn't bid anything. I didn't bid. It's been like 35 seconds or more.
Oh man, I was willing to go up to
700
for that fucking movie, dude.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
that's a $900 movie. It's amazing.
Yeah, I was willing to.
Sophie, is this not in your? This is not like part of the 5 or 6 that you care about?
No, it's not.
Wow.
I don't want to be a hater. Like that's not what I come here to do. That's not what I come here to do.
That is
but
what you come here to do.
I believe this film to be insanely overrated.
Oh my God.
And that's my belief. So I was staying quiet. You called on me. And I said what I said.
Wow.
That makes sense. You hate Apocalypse Now and Megalopolis, which is kind of like his new Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Totally
Yeah.
fair. Yeah. Good point.
Okay. Wow.
He's Francis Ford Coppola has said that himself, that this is his new Apocalypse Now. In multiple interviews.
Wow.
Well, I feel like that's when a band's like, yeah, we're going back to our old stuff. And then they put on an album. It's like, this is not like your old stuff at all. This is awful, actually. I feel like it's what that is, but that's amazing.
He famously almost went bankrupt while filming Apocalypse Now and had to call George Lucas and ask for $1 million.
Yeah, it's pretty. I was wondering if like Hearts of Darkness is going to be eligible here, but
it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's an actor in it, right? And it's a movie.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
I feel like I messed up by not bidding on this film.
I think you did.
Oh, cool. Thanks for your vote of approval. Feel good about that.
Letting Doug get that movie for that cheap was tough.
I told him I'm feasting, guys, bro. I'm fucking I'm eating
it's
it
not
up.
your fault, Ethan. I couldn't bid on that, Like
I cannot pin down what Doug wants to do. And I can't figure it out. And he's like just sliming his way through this draft so far. 2 picks in. Dang it. Yeah, well, I didn't feel right being the only one. I didn't like the one-on-one matchup. I got to play zone. I like it when there's more people involved in the draft. So,
sorry.
Okay, Doug gets Apocalypse Now for 311, which might end up being the steal of the draft, and we're 2 picks in. Shoot. Okay. So far it's notable we've only nominated Francis Ford Coppola films. And I'm going to continue that trend. I will be nominating a film that I actually watched for the first time, I guess 3 or 4 weeks ago, unintentionally, not for this draft. I had just ended up watching it. I'll be nominating The Conversation. I'll put it up for like $25.
Okay, you're being disrespectful now. You're ridiculous. What the fuck was that?
$100.
I gotta feel where the market's at. I don't know anymore. We just went from $9.95 to $3.11. I have zero clue what this free market is.
This is the movie I rewatched. This is a 5-star movie. This movie is amazing.
Okay, $150.
The Conversation is also one of those other ones where it's like, this is just a lot of people's like singular favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
200.
Can I clue you guys in real quick? I have a 5-star film list on Letterboxd that every time I watch a 5-star film, I add it to it. The last 4 movies that I've added to this: The Conversation, Megalopolis, Stop Making Sense, and Apocalypse Now. 3 Francis Ford. 3.
What's that?
I'm telling you, it's that meme of like
De Niro about it, man.
The army guys and the clown that's right in the middle. It's like one of these is not like the other, man. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Literally.
What is that at right now? Is that 200? 225. I like those $25 increments. Sound good tonight. I guess I should have done 222. That would have been great.
Gene Hackman rocks in this film.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this is his best performance.
Good. Oh yeah, it's very
325.
And it's interesting because he kind of like so a little history here, like for the listener, Coppola, he directed The Godfather. I don't know if we've established that yet, and that was really hard. And he kind of like just like took a break, and his break was directing a small, easier to make film called The Conversation, which also just happened to be the greatest movie ever made as well.
That's insane.
400.
It's so stupid. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
400.
I didn't anticipate The Conversation going over Apocalypse Now price wise. I don't disagree, but I just
that feels like you're blaming me. It feels like I'm being blamed for that.
I mean, if that's how it feels, you know, I can tell you you're wrong.
425. I was so locked into this movie. I watched it during TIFF. I didn't get home until like 12:30 the night that I watched this movie. And I was like, I got to take a break from TIFF. I got to watch something else. I watched The Conversation. I stayed up till like 3 a.m. And I was like, this is one of the greatest movies ever made. That's how good it is. 475.
Cool movie.
Cool.
Amazing movie.
I like
500.
I like when he listens to the conversation.
Yeah, I like when he eavesdrops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like when he has sex with the woman in the movie and he like ruins that good thing he has going because he's so fucking ridiculous and obsessed about the conversation.
It's phenomenal. Yeah. It's phenomenal work from Hackman in that role, honestly.
The final sequence though, when he's like playing sax in his apartment that he's just torn to fucking shreds. Is
unbelievable.
Like, it's such a good shot. It's amazing.
Where are we?
5-0. I put 500 on the board.
505.
I like Frederick Forrest's face.
525.
He's in this movie. Now he's not. He's one of the guys having the conversation. But I like his face a lot. Just let him throw that out there.
Said conversation.
Yeah.
One of my favorite actors. Every time we say
super underrated.
Every time we say conversation, the listener should take a shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at.
A shot of rubbing alcohol.
That's the Doug special.
Yeah.
Pretty solid Harrison Ford too.
Oh, very good Harrison Ford.
Yeah. He's so scary in this
greatness.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so he scares me, but like he scares me in a good way, you know? You know what I mean?
Then we get that Robert Duvall jump scare. We're like, oh shit, he's in this? That's crazy. I did not. Yeah. He's so good. Where are we at? 5?
We're going over. I put out 525.
525.
You can have it.
Whew. Thank you muchly. I appreciate it. And
unless Doug wants it, he's got that money.
That's true.
I don't want the conversation. I've been withholding information. I actually can't even say this. Never mind.
What?
Well, you have to say it now. You can't not say it. This is a podcast, Doug.
I haven't finished the conversation.
Oh, I just ruined it. I'm sorry. Oh, wow.
Wow, Ben, you should feel like a piece of shit.
No, I know it happens, but
it's only 50 years old. Damn it.
Have you not finished the conversation?
I watched 2/3 of it and then I stopped and then it just happens, you know, I just never press play again. You get caught up in the fucking whims of life, you know?
Life will do that.
Dang. I hope you watch it. I do. I think it's worth 525. 2 John Cazale performances off the board.
Yeah.
Interesting.
About to be 3, probably. Right? I'd imagine if things keep trending this way.
I wouldn't count on Ben, but you never know. Okay, Ben, you are up for 2 nominations. You've got $1 that I think you can use to nominate any film that you'd like on the board.
Well, it's worth $1, so I'm going to say Godfather Part 2.
Oh my gosh.
Am I right? I love it when I'm right. I'm going to bet $500. I'm going to put down $500 on the Godfather Part 2. No, wait, I don't have to do that. I'm going to put down.
Well, I don't know, man.
Well, it sounds like you did.
Wait. Can I go back? Are there
What are
pixie
you
vaccines?
doing?
No, can I put $300 down on the Godfather Part 2?
Sure.
Guy snags Apocalypse Now for $311, and you guys are like, yeah, sure, we'll give you some grace. You can backtrack on your bid.
I wasn't doing
insane.
math. I realized that nobody has any fucking money.
Sophie still got her cash, right?
Sophie's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put $300. Start next bid up. Starting bid was $1.
$350.
$375.
$400.
$450.
$500.
Damn it.
We're back to where we started. Wonderful.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
That's an extra minute of content. Come on.
Sophie.
Wow.
Do it, Doug.
Wow.
I literally
686.
Can't.
Do it.
No.
Or 680. What do you have to do? 680. Yeah, 6. All be yours.
I did go into this and I was like, yeah, this is my strategy. My whole plan was I want to get Apocalypse Now and The Godfather Part 2. That was my whole plan. And I was told by close peers and advisors that is unreasonable. That is impossible.
Yeah.
And we're so close here.
Prove him wrong.
I might have made that possible for you, and so you're welcome.
Sorry, what did you say, Sophie?
I just said 687.
Okay.
Oh, you're just gonna outbid him.
That's really rude. That's really
it's a
rude.
good bid.
But I understand.
687 on a mid movie. That's crazy.
Oh my god,
that's
Ben,
crazy.
You're absurd.
Sophie, speak on The Godfather Part 2 for a minute, because you own it. It's on your team now.
Yeah, it's mine. It's so good. I'm still on the record with Ben that The Godfather is better, but that's only because I enjoy like an origin story and a setup. And I think although in part 2 the dual timeline works, I just prefer the way that The Godfather is structured. But The Godfather Part 2 just features some of our great performances, and it's kind of the signature sequel along with like The Empire Strikes Back, I guess.
I'm gonna tear up thinking about this movie. Actually, it's so good. It's so fucking good.
It's
dude.
so good.
Oh my god!
Like I just kind of had to have it on my team because it's like you guys each have one of the great Francis films, and
these are the 4.
This is the 4.
These are the 4. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You could have predicted this. I am shocked that this is the 4 that got picked first. I thought of maybe a different Coppola would have chimed in here, but I don't know. I guess I don't know your guys super well, so
I'm a little shocked that we all got one of the big 4. I thought for sure this would have been the time for someone to double up and really knock somebody out of contention here, and basically obliterate their team. But I feel like we all have one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we all have one. Okay.
Listen, if I'm Ben, I feel really good right now. If I'm worried about like the votes, looking at each of our 1 movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's I don't know. I
hopefully
feel like
he can bring it home.
Yeah.
You only got $5. Okay, you have another nomination, Ben.
I don't want to Ready Player One this like you did.
Fuck off. That's
also crazy.
The slander is ridiculous.
That's crazy too.
What? That I got such a great pickup, or what?
That you like that movie. What do you mean?
One of the worst films I've ever seen.
Wow. Okay. Let's just be honest with each other.
It's my turn.
Ben likes that movie too. Okay, I'm not the only person that likes that movie.
Yeah,
so let's
Ben didn't make it a whole
blame.
thing on the podcast.
I think we're decommissioning the pod. No more auction drafts. I only fumble in auction drafts.
For $1, because that's all I have.
Okay.
We're gonna go to finally hitting someone else. Jason Schwartzman here.
Oh.
And we're gonna do Scott Pilgrim versus the World for $1.
Oh, whoa!
Wow!
Okay.
I just bolded this on my long list. As hey, keep an eye out for this film.
I don't know if you're aware, but you shared your long list with us, so we're seeing everything you're bolding.
Damn it!
I didn't see that you bolded that.
I was in a shared
but
doc.
You're in a shared doc with all of us. When you went through like Megalopolis, the conversation, like, does he not know that we can all see this? I guess not.
Okay, listen.
Make a copy. Do your own on the side.
I keep a personal doc that is my draft prep, and I usually work in that. And I don't know. I was just trying to help you guys out. So
I like it.
Well, I appreciate the heads up a full round into this. That means a lot. Thanks. Wow. Okay.
I think Ben got the movie.
Well, hold on. We were discussing.
Ethan, if you want it, you have the cash. I think.
Do you have $2?
True. Do I want it for $2, or would I rather have the Flash on my team? That's a tough bet. No, I'm good. I want to go somewhere else.
Congratulations, Ben. I think that was an incredible value pickup.
Appreciate that.
Very smart. Well done.
Honestly, I think Ben might have just won the entire vote right there. Is that a crazy thing to say?
I feel like it is, but I think we could always rely on Ethan to do the wrong thing. So that's why I nominated that movie. It worked out.
Okay. I can't. Oh my God.
Speaking of, what do you?
I don't know what to do anymore. I literally don't know because I was working in a shared doc and now I have to bring everything over to a private doc. So
Dude,
let's get Megalopolis
busy
on the table.
doing some logistics here.
I want to see you and Doug battle this. Let's do it.
But I don't even know if he would battle it. That's the problem. I don't know.
I have read I've been reading Roman history like in between packing my bags and stuff.
Oh wow.
I know quite a bit about this movie.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a big talking point for sure. I don't think now is the time to nominate it though. I don't think now is the time. Okay, we have to get real for a second and figure out where we're going with this.
Get real.
Thumbs down. What the fuck is that?
Are you on a Mac? Wait, are you on a Mac?
Yes. The listeners can't see what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Who thumbs down me? What's happening?
No, you thumbs down yourself by accident.
Well, that checks out. All right. I've got the conversation. Let's go a little different. Let's go in a different area. For $1, I'm going to nominate Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh boy.
This is on my list, buddy. So
damn.
And I'll throw this out there.
We have 200 movies. How am I picking the ones that
do you like this movie?
It's a 7 out of 10. It's good.
Okay.
I'm gonna nominate $2. I think it's worth at least $2.
Hell yeah.
$5.
$10.
I like I think that Haley's, what's her name? Haley Steinfeld gives a pretty good voice performance in it.
Of course, the reason we can nominate this film is Nick Cage plays Noir Spider-Man in this film.
Of course, yes.
Very well.
What's the bid at? Is it $3?
$10. I've got it at $10.
I think it's worth at least $15.
Yeah.
Not a lot of animated films here on the long list.
$20.
So that's worth something. $25. A little bit more bidding action than I would have assumed.
You guys know Phil Lord is evil, right? You guys are aware of this? He runs his animation studio like a sweatshop, and he hates communists. Famously will block anybody on Twitter that says anything about I don't want to get too political here.
This is true, actually.
Yeah, but
$30.
Sophie, you like this movie?
Yeah, I do.
That's all you're gonna say? Okay. That's all you're gonna
say. I mean, I think it's kind of silly to be in a Coppola draft, but at the same time, like...
It is tremendously silly.
It's a 5-star movie, so...
I mean, yeah, you know, it's on the board. $30.
Is it a top 5 Spider-Man movie? Is the real question.
You could argue it's a top 1 Spider-Man movie. It's amazing.
Well,
yeah,
that's not true. But.
I mean, you could argue Jack is the best Coppola movie.
There's only one with Robin Williams, so I mean,
$31.
$50.
Wow!
Boom! Just drop the fucking nuke on this bidding war here.
$75.
Oh
man, that's like way more money than I wanted to put into this.
It's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Isn't it like the 5th highest rated movie on Letterboxd?
It's you said it's worth $15. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, listen.
$85.
It helps.
It helps, for sure.
$85? Oh, I don't know. How much money does Ethan have? Oh.
I got some dough. Can we break the triple digits threshold?
$99.
No would be the answer to that.
If you guys let me have this, that would be ridiculous because I'm not even bidding aggressively for this. This maybe should go for way more money.
$100.
What did you say?
$100.
Oh,
$125.
I don't know if I have stacks like that. Oh,
you have more than all of us. Yeah,
I don't know. This movie's kind of propaganda too. I don't.
I literally don't know if you like this movie or not, Doug.
I know.
You're like I'm gonna bid on it, and then you're like, well, it's actually not that good. So I don't know.
I know. I told you it's a 7 out of 10 picture. I had fun with this movie. I've seen it exactly once. It's actually the first movie I ever logged on Letterboxd. I saw it in the theaters.
Wow.
I logged in on Letterboxd, and I was like, that's pretty good.
This is a great digression. We'll put a pause on the timer because this is a real question I've been wanting to ask for a very long time. First movies logged on Letterboxd. Do you guys know what you first logged? Doug, you just shared yours.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Mine is the Mark Wahlberg movie where he adopts children.
Jesus Christ.
I'm literally unfamiliar, and I am so thankful. I've never.
I have no idea what it's called.
Well, I would feel like I'm in a worse state of affairs than you because the first film I ever logged was Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Tough beat.
Ooh,
yeah, I like that movie when I saw it in theaters. Is that fucked up?
I don't know. Honestly, you do you. I like moments
it's
of
like garbage
Skywalker.
slop, but I was like, I like watching Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley kind of try to act, Wow. I mean, there's, you know what I mean? Oh, what's the bid at? I'm going to bid whatever, $1 more than Ethan last bid.
Okay. So I think that would be 126 is what the bid would be at for now.
Okay.
I'm just going to scroll to the bottom of my letterbox while you guys bid so I can figure out
go through
what my first one was.
$150.
Oh, no, Sophie.
155. Big movie to have on your team.
It is.
I gotta get those Letterboxd heads out.
This probably has way more pull than the Godfather does on a vote, right?
Yeah.
I would say it's in pretty close contention, at least. Yes.
175.
Oh boy. Well, see if I can play my cards right.
I'm actually surprised this got nominated so early.
Me too.
I thought that this was going to be like a sneaky. My plan was I was going to come in, get some movies I like that you guys also like, and then towards the end, drop a Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and try to get a big value play. But obviously that didn't happen. I'm just talking fantasy.
I saw right through that, Doug. I knew that was your plan all along. $200.
You're in my brain. You're in my fucking brain, dude. $201.
4.5 stars. Roma.
Oh,
wow.
Alfonso Cuarón.
Yeah.
Based. That's
followed
crazy.
by half star Sex in the City. That was my second movie I ever logged. That's amazing.
The old one too. Nicely done.
It's crazy to go back and look at this stuff.
I feel like half star might be a little harsh for Sex in the City, the movie.
Too high?
That was funny. That was good. That was good. That was really good. I liked that show a lot as a kid. I used to watch it with my mom. That show was fun. I like the bit where the guy's dick was too big. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. The show is good. The movie.
I haven't seen the movie.
Not so much.
Anybody bidding more than 200? The timer has definitely elapsed.
You can have it.
Okay. Mine for 200?
There you go.
Wow. All right, cool. I feel really good about that. Nice. Spider-Man
that's ridiculous.
Into the Spider-Verse. Love this movie. Most notably picked up by George in the last draft in which it was eligible at the New York City draft, I believe. Okay. Sweet. The conversation in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Just two ends of the spectrum here. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Movies.
Those are both so good.
Okay, Doug, you are up for a nomination.
Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I'm starting the bid at $30.
I just like that I'm out basically everything until it comes back to me.
No, Ben.
Like even $1, I was like, well, I can't outbid that. So I guess.
Do you guys like this movie?
I've never seen this movie.
What?
I have not seen this film.
Okay, it's up to me then. So I'll bid $100.
Yeah, sorry.
No, Sophie. No. Do you even like this movie?
I do.
Enough for a third of her budget.
I love this movie, bro. This movie is basically co-directed. I'm gonna bet. What did you bid? You said $100?
Yeah.
$100? I'm gonna bid $151. This movie is basically co-directed by Roman Coppola. Whenever you hear Francis talk about the movie, he usually brings up pretty swiftly that like all of the special effects are creations of Roman Coppola, which is insane when you watch the movie because it is very special effects heavy and it is ridiculous. It's, it looks unbelievable.
175.
The cash for that.
You do.
How do you budget? I don't understand. I don't know. I have more than everyone else combined. I'm not sure I have the cash.
I'm not sure I can swing it.
I like
it. $200. This movie's so good. I will say the listener, if you're like in film circles or whatever, you might hear this movie come up and you haven't seen this movie, you're not super into Coppola or whatever. You might hear this movie come up in a negative connotation because this movie's kind of famous for Keanu Reeves's quote unquote terrible performance. Keanu Reeves rocks, and he's good in this movie as Mr. Jonathan Harker.
Should I see this movie before I go see Nosferatu?
Absolutely.
You should just see this movie. It's really good. This might
just
take.
in general.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's so awesome.
Have it, Doug.
Okay, what did I
200 for Doug.
Okay, 200.
Wow.
Thank you, Sophie Holzinger.
You're welcome.
200. All right. For Bram Stoker's Dracula. $200. Big spender, Doug. Nicely done. All right. So if you've got the double nomination.
Oh, I was not prepared. Okay.
Only person with one movie left on their teams right now.
Huh. Okay. So I'm really in the fall zone right now. And a movie I don't even mention that movie in my presence. I have been craving a rewatch of this movie because I just feel like it's the epitome of fall. It's also a film directed by Mr. Wes Anderson, and that would be Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Ooh, this is a good nomination.
I'll start the bid at $15.
$30. Famously, incredible range from you, Sophie, to just be like, yeah, Wes Anderson, good filmmaker. Let's take one of his movies for my team.
I think this might be my favorite of his. Stars both Roman Coppola and Jason Schwartzman, so we got a double whammy there.
That's a great pick.
What did you bid, Ethan?
$30.
$50.
Part of the Criterion Collection. I feel like that's worth $55.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of bullshit in the Criterion Collection. I don't know.
Also eligible, Con Air and The Rock. So, or no, not Con Air, just The Rock though. I have The Rock and Armageddon on Criterion DVD. It's two of my favorites that I have.
The Armageddon one is pretty sought after because it's out of print.
Yeah, it's
wow. Ben dropping the gems.
It. Yeah.
Because that one has the audio commentaries on it.
I mean, Clooney's pretty good in Fantastic Mr. Fox. I know this is a Coppola Family Draft, but it's good Clooney performance in my opinion.
Yeah, we love George Clooney defending his best friend.
Kind of a cool cover.
No, that rocks.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, very minimalist.
Really,
I like it.
Super rocks. They need to.
What? I'm not paying attention. Where are we?
$600.
$605. $55 is what I previously bid, and the timer
$60.
Times like these, you wish you had a third party. I gotta hire somebody to time us out on this.
Yeah,
I'm getting robbed left and right. Just people taking advantage of the timer. $60.
Yeah.
I kind of already have a kids movie, Do I want
conversation? Famous kids movie.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were actually talking about the conversation. I was like, "Are you serious?" I guess it's more of a kids movie than The Godfather because it's shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blood.
I actually do plan on we're doing a pizza movie night with my daughters this coming Friday, and I've actually selected The Conversation as our film of choice.
They'll be really into that.
My 4 and 6-year-old.
Not really the worst idea in the world.
There's no dead horses in that one.
Oh, but imagine if there were though.
Okay, I think I got it right.
Now that's a good question. What movie would be better with a dead horse in it? I feel like that. Yeah, definitely The Conversation. I feel like that would be an interesting exercise to play. Okay, $60 for the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh,
wow, I feel like that's a steal.
That is a steal.
It's amazing.
I wish I could have been on this movie, but I haven't seen it.
It just makes me feel so warm and cozy.
Wes Anderson is one of my favorite filmmakers. Unlike Sophie,
yeah, Doug, what's happening? Like, you haven't seen The Conversation and Fantastic Mr. Fox.
How'd you even get on this Coppola draft?
Favorite filmmakers.
This is crazy. We should have vetted. Like, have you seen these important films? Number 1 being The Conversation. Number 2 being Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I've done like 7 podcast episodes about Coppola movies.
Nice.
Just not The Conversation, I guess.
Gotta make it 8. Gotta make it 8.
I know.
All right, Sophie, you've got another nomination.
I do. I'm gonna bring in I'm gonna bring in my girl Sophia.
Ooh, I was waiting for Sophia.
Yeah.
Ben's not looking too happy.
That's all right. Do it.
I'm gonna nominate my favorite Sophia film, which maybe I shouldn't have said out loud, but it's gonna be Marie Antoinette, and I'll start the bid at $20.
A double nom here, right? Because Schwartzman and Sophia.
Yeah.
Like it.
One of my favorite Jason Schwartzman performances. He's so goofy and fun.
He's amazing in this movie. Yeah, he's fantastic.
I have not seen this film.
I would bid against you if I could, but I can't.
I haven't seen it either. I will say, this is Francis. This is his second favorite of Sophia's films.
Oh, nice.
What's the first?
It is. I don't think this is gonna come up, so I'll say it's Somewhere. He's his favorite.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Huh.
Yeah. He said in an interview I listened to recently, there interviews him recently. He said that movie is very underrated, and he thinks it will be reclaimed as a very interesting movie.
I agree with that.
He didn't use the word underrated because he's an old man, but that's what he was saying. So,
that's definitely what he meant.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hell yeah.
I think it's yours for $20.
What the heck?
That
makes me sad.
I haven't seen it. I would have been sorry.
I would.
I know you like this movie, Ben. Oh gosh, this movie. It's definitely Sophia's most stylized film, which is maybe why I like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I also just love historical reimaginations and exaggeration, and I think it's great. So everybody check it out.
Yes, go watch this movie.
The two people on this podcast.
I will have to watch this movie.
I was looking around for my Converse to see how I could make a reference.
Yeah.
Nice.
The only thing I know about that movie.
Guys, I've got 3 movies that were on my list of the 5 movies I liked, so I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Wow.
Every time you reference that, I get lightheaded. I hear me it's bro, there's John Woo movies in here. There's so many, oh my God.
Well, Doug, you're up.
Do that John Woo movie.
Yeah, nominate something you want.
I will not be nominating that John Woo movie. That movie's great though. Shout out. I will be nominating. I don't know. I don't think any of you guys have seen this, so that makes me not even want to nominate it. But this is the logical choice here to go. I think. Can I get Wild at Heart, 1990, directed by David Lynch, for $1?
Wow, it's a good pick.
Did his research.
Well, I mean, this is just one of my favorite movies. And it stars Nicolas Cage, so I just had to check it out, see if you guys had seen it. I'm gonna throw it out there. It's really good. You should check it out.
I don't know anything about it, but that's a solid pickup for $1.
I believe you. Yeah, $1. It's all yours. Haven't seen it. Not gonna bid on it.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut actually, because I was gonna say something about David Lynch, but.
You're going to talk about how he's.
This is the platform, Sophie. Do it now.
Incredible American. Literally 3 of our greatest American filmmakers.
No,
are
I know.
Is David Lynch like London to you? Just hate it? Is that what this
That
is?
was crazy. Also, Past Lives, if that took place in London, it would be the exact same.
No,
if
it
not
would
more
not.
impactful.
Incorrect.
You only feel that way because
take.
you live in New York.
No, I don't.
Yes.
You don't live in New York? We've been duped this whole time? Madness. She actually lives in London. It's crazy.
There's plenty of landmarks in London that would have been the same shit, dude. It's
Westminster Abbey. What are we talking about? No, it's not. It's not the same.
What were you gonna say about David Lynch? This pod will not continue until you come forth.
I was just gonna say that I think he's overrated, similar to how I feel about Wes Anderson and other filmmakers that Doug likes.
It's funny because you say that and it kind of makes me feel look like a man of simple taste. Which is true.
I don't think so. I mean, I think
true.
I also just, I don't know. I'm annoying.
Sophie, D1 hater. Confirmed. It's okay. It's, someone's got to do it. Okay, Doug got Wild at Heart for $1, a film I don't think was on any of our lists. And I'm proud
I just didn't know where to go.
Great.
I was like, yeah.
No, that's fair. I don't know where to go either. So we're in the same realm here. All right, I'm going to nominate a film for $1. I'm going to nominate Face Off. Nicolas Cage, John Travolta.
$2.
Wow. Oh shoot. Okay. Well,
you're not getting a John Woo movie for $1, bro. We just got a David like
$10. This is a sick movie, by the way. This is a
great
dope
movie.
They should if they were to remake Face Off today, who are the two people? Who do you put in?
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Nicolas Cage.
Just get rid of Travolta?
Yeah, just get rid of
Fuck you, Travolta.
No, Travolta's like he fell off too hard, you know? That's, you know, I would say Travolta just to do it the same, but I don't know. Have you seen like whatever, $15?
$20.
I want it to be Logan, Marshall Green, and Tom Hardy since they basically look exactly the same.
Ooh,
that would be fire. That would be fire.
I like
Good
that.
idea.
Actually, it should be Elle Fanning and Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh,
actually,
cool.
Based
Ooh.
off.
Now that would be interesting.
These are good.
And it has to be a Peacock movie, and you have to bring John Woo back to direct it.
Only housed at Peacock. Yeah.
Yes.
Got another second shot.
$23.
$25.
$28.
Do you really want this movie though? I don't like $30. John Carroll Lynch is in this movie. The ultimate that guy.
I'm going to be honest. John
also
Woo
the Zodiac Killer
is one of my favorite filmmakers. I love Hong Kong movies. I think maybe my favorite filmmaker is a Hong Kong filmmaker who was a contemporary of John Woo, but I haven't seen this movie since I was a kid, dude.
Well, I'd be happy to get 2 kids movies on my team. Then in that case,
how much money do I have? $50.
I mean, you're loaded, Doug. You've got the dough.
I know, and you guys aren't even gonna want the other movies I want. So this is like
$75.
75. Oh, fine. You're gonna twist my fucking nipples. I'm gonna say $76.
Those nips twisted.
That's a crazy thing to land on.
I'm sorry.
$80. Sophie, do you like Face Off?
Yeah, it's good.
Good, nice. That was cool. That was a really good insight.
Fuck it, this is a John Woo movie, dude. I do want this. I want it for $100.
I just like if I don't get Face Off, I don't really know where to go. You know, like I don't
to a different movie you like. What do you mean, Ethan?
I got 4 other movies I gotta get. The list is already dwindling.
Like, oh man, I don't know. And even on like, so here's another thing. I'm gonna criticize your performance again. On the New York draft,
Oh my god,
you were nominating movies and then you were getting mad when nobody was bidding, and it's like, do you just not want the movie? Like, why are you
It's all strategy, Doug. It's a different strategy every draft. You can't pin me down. Okay. You don't know. $105 Face Off. Notably a John Woo movie, in case we forgot.
No, it's so good. And this isn't even going to do numbers. It's just kind of a me thing now. Like nobody cares about this. Like, I'm going to get it for way too much. And then you're going to get long legs for $1 and everybody's going to vote on that. Like, you know,
don't reveal the plan. Don't reveal.
Like, what the heck? When I could just pass and get long legs for $1 and get all the votes.
The eternal struggle of a draft.
Did you say 175? What did you say?
No, I said 105.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to say 106.50.
I will let you have it for 106. We do not deal with terrorists. We do not deal with coin operators.
Change terrorists.
Okay, Face Off is yours for $106. Doug, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a great movie.
It's a very good movie.
You know what else is a great movie? Rocky for $1.
So, okay.
Good flick.
Great movie.
If he gets Rocky for $1, he wins.
Yeah, I want to. Here's the thing. I need to bid on it because it would be good on my team, but I kind of don't want it.
I will bid $2 on Rocky.
Fuck off.
Take
I'll
Ben
bid $3.
Nice. Okay, cool. We work together in a collaborative fashion. In a non-collaborative draft.
I'm bidding $20 on Rocky. It's Rocky, bro.
Makes your team look good. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's Rocky. What are we talking about?
$25. Sophie, we're right in the same wheelhouse in terms of dollars here. You got 233, I got 275.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're in the same struggle bus right now.
Yeah. Because I really just don't really know what I want anymore.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Probably our biggest net in terms of movies you could have in an auction draft, and both of us were just like, there's nothing else. Mm-hmm. Nothing on the board.
I'll bid $30.
Okay. $50. Of course, Rocky eligible because of Talia Shire.
This isn't even the best Talia Shire film on the board.
But it's the best film that'll get a vote.
What's the best movie on the board?
Rocky 4, maybe? From a certain perspective. I don't know. I've never seen Rocky 4. I'm just saying, like, I just know people like that one. And Dolph Lundgren, who's the fucking goat, isn't
$70.
Ooh, $75. I mean, Ben's got another nomination after this, so we gotta
Ben
take
should
that
just
into
take
account.
Rocky 4 after this. That would rock, actually.
He's like, well, if we can't get Rocky, we'll take Rocky 4.
$85.
Oh, interesting. $100. $100 seems to be a big threshold today.
Yeah.
I'll bid $115.
Okay, you can have it. I don't want it.
Sweet.
That's a good get. Like, that's a good get. I genuinely...
My team feels very well-rounded right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
It's a very good team.
Great team. Okay, Sophie, you've got Rocky for $115. Ben, you got another nomination. Man.
God.
The picks are dwindling. The money's dwindling.
Yeah.
Whew.
All right. Well, let's go back to Sophia. Didn't get the one I wanted, so let's go with Lost in Translation for $1.
Wow. I have not seen this film. It's been on my watch list for a very long time, but I'm not going to bid on it.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to bid on it either.
I feel like in a regular draft, you can obviously, last week, Jonathan taking movies he hasn't seen, notably. I feel like in a regular draft, that's okay. But I feel like in an auction draft, when you're bidding on it, it's a little morally obscure.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So, Doug, are you in on this bid or are you out?
The only Sofia Coppola film I've seen is Priscilla.
Okay. Well, I've finally met someone who's seen less Sofia Coppola films than me. Wow.
Why did I
only
pick
took 38 episodes
again? Like, I'm confused.
Okay. Ben, I think it's yours.
I'll take it.
That's like kind of crazy though.
Lost in Translation for $1.
This is the other movie I rewatched, and it had probably been like at least a decade since I watched it. I was like, oh yeah, this movie's fantastic. Kind of forgot about that.
Wow.
That's what I was worried you were going to take, Sophie, when you said Marie Antoinette. I was like, God damn it. But yeah, I think we ended up with good Sophia movies.
Yeah.
I think we might be the only people representing Sophia on this draft.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing we both got one.
Okay, speaking of Sophia, I feel good nominating The Virgin Suicides for $5.
Great movie.
I really like The Virgin Suicides.
$10.
It's got its cult following. People love it.
Josh Hartnett is in this film.
Big Josh Hartnett wave right now. Yep. Take advantage.
Josh Hartnett. Ben, do you like trap?
Oh God.
Getting down to
It's a
the
great
Add
question.
60 minutes to the pod. Oh no.
Yeah. I'm going to pull up my Letterboxd review.
$15.
I gave it 3.5 stars.
Oh, that's far too low. Shoot. We've lost another soldier in battle.
Hey, at least you like it,
Said that's so Lady Raven. That's my review.
Sophie, are you bidding more than $15 for The Virgin Suicides?
Yeah, 20.
25.
Also,
30.
I want to throw this out there. I think
35.
this is the Sofia Coppola film that pulls the most weight in a vote.
I agree.
For sure.
Doug, some things don't need to be said on the pod.
No,
I'm like, you can just say
I
that.
alluded, I'm gonna keep going. I alluded earlier where I was like, so obviously there's the 4 big Francis Coppola films that got picked in the first round.
$50.
I thought that maybe The Virgin
75.
Suicides would have gotten thrown out there in the first round.
Mhm.
I'm surprised it took this long actually to get to this film.
75 from Ethan.
$75. I'm working towards discounting a narrative that's been going on for far too long. That I don't watch female filmmakers, when in fact I have seen this film, and it's the only one that I will be bidding on because it's the only good one.
Wow.
I think if Sophie gets this,
that was such a
strong
positive statement, and then you're just like, fuck
downhill.
off.
I will bid $117.
Ooh.
Oh, I'll bid 118.
Great.
Oh, fuck.
Cheers.
Wow, cool. I'll take it. Sweet.
118.
That's exciting.
Man,
the Virgin
Ethan's
Suicide
squad. Ethan's got like a 3-person squad.
Let's not get his head any bigger, Doug. It's like we can
keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this movie. I'm glad to have it on my team. I think it's a great Sophia Coppola flick. Okay, Doug, you've got to nominate a film.
Have you guys seen Asteroid City? Which I'll be nominating for $1. It's like my favorite movie. What do you want from me? It's like I love this movie. Yeah, I'm gonna nominate this for $1. It is my, in terms of like contemporary cinema. We talk about like the last like 5 years, like starting with the post like the COVID that happened, right? Since then, this movie's second only to the James Cameron picture that came out during that period. I think, to me, this is truly a masterpiece.
I couldn't finish it. Started it. I think I saw Tom Hanks, and then I was like, all right, I'm done. So I still have not finished this movie.
Oh man,
wow.
I understand.
You and Doug are so similar. Doug's never finished the conversation. If you've never finished Asteroid City, we should do a swap. You guys got to watch them now.
I like it.
Yeah, Asteroid City is so.
I'll
good.
bid $117.
Do you really want it like that, or are you just trying to like run me up a little bit? I'm gonna bid $119.
I'll bid 155.
Oh my god, Ethan!
Oh, Ethan likes it, huh?
Good flick.
I'm doing a rating check right now. There's too many people I follow that watch this movie, because it'll take forever to find you. Oh no, you're right there actually. Wait.
The truth is gonna come out to
trust
Doug any moment.
Oh my god, Ethan gave it 4 stars.
I like it. It's a good movie.
I'm still a bit mixed, but as I sit with it for longer, it becomes easier to enjoy it more. Steve Carell was a knockout comedy piece, along with Hugo from Succession.
I don't stand by any of those old Letterboxd reviews. I'm gonna be honest. Anything not reviewed in the last 18 months expired.
Old. This is like barely a year old.
It's expired. 6 month shelf life on my Letterboxd reviews.
I'm bidding more than whatever you bid. I'm bidding $160.
Okay. It is in fact yours for $160. Dang, this is a good movie. I think it'll be good in this draft. Get some votes. Probably one of the most influential final sequences in a film.
People hate this movie.
I don't get it. I don't know why. Okay. Sophie, you are up for a double nomination?
Yes,
I believe.
I am.
Wow. We're just working our way through here right now.
I'm going to be myself here, and I'm going to nominate my favorite Nick Cage performance. Or not performance.
Long legs, it's coming.
My favorite Nick Cage film. For $1, I'm gonna nominate National Treasure.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Great nomination. I'll bid $5.
$10.
$25.
$30.
$50.
Oh my gosh, this is dumb. Do you even want it?
I do. My team has just taken a completely different tone than I went into this. I was like, The Godfather, The Conversation, Apocalypse Now. We're going big boy. And then I'm like, let's pick up Spider-Man and National Treasure. That's where I'm at right now.
$60.
$75.
That's ridiculous.
Well, you're the one that nominated it. What are you talking about? That's ridiculous.
I just thought this was going to be an easy, yeah, okay, fine, 117. And then he's going to go over.
I'll take 118. I like National Treasure.
Good
flick.
That's
a double 118 back to back.
I got her again.
Got her again.
Yeah, this is good. Look, National Treasure's been talked about to death. Good flick. We can move on from that. You still got to nominate another film, which gives me another opportunity to take another film from you. Actually, not, because now I've got the second lowest dollar amount out of all of us. Just really placed me in a pickle. I got real caught up in the national treasure of it all.
I will. No, actually.
Did you really want National Treasure? Like, you really wanted it?
Of course I did. That's like one of my favorite movies.
I don't feel bad at all. Shoot, that's too bad.
I studied history in college because of this movie, and that's not a lie.
Oh, right. Yeah. You did study history in college.
My history pod, nobody listens to.
It's like, it's like a spin-off of JMO, actually. It's History with Sophie.
Yep. Okay. For $1, I will nominate Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, Jason Schwartzman's in it. Oh,
what if I just had both? What if I had both Spider-Mans?
Of course. This is do I love this movie?
Not as good a movie as Into the Spider-Verse, but
this movie is actually propaganda.
He plays a character called the Dot. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pretty good character.
Yeah, pretty cool. Troubled villain.
This movie features multiple Spider-Men.
Many Spider-Men.
Yeah.
I've got no skin in this one. You can have it for a book.
I don't like this movie.
And I can't outbid you, so there you go.
Wow.
Sweet.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse for $1. Pretty good deal.
That'll look good.
Yeah. No, I think you have a fucking...
Spot is really devolved into like
team.
how the graphic is going to look. That's crazy. We've never done this before. Doug, back to you for a nomination.
Yeah, so I know Sophie has seen this film. I don't know if you guys have. It is maybe my favorite movie, maybe my single favorite movie ever made. It's like, I'm happy nobody nominated it, so I could just get it. I'm going to nominate One from the Hearts for bidding. Starring Harry Garr and Frederick Forrest. This movie's rocks. So $1 for One from the Heart.
I wanted to see the Megalopolis battle go down.
I know.
I guess.
How do you think you can get it for $1?
Yeah, I guess not so much.
They're
guess someone played their cards right.
They're calling Megalopolis the new One from the Heart.
That's what they're saying.
And I'm not even joking. They are
people
saying
on the
that.
streets.
As someone who's seen both, that's no. Nope. One from the Heart's really great though. Doug bothered me to watch this movie for many months, and I did, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
So
yeah, well, my big sell for people is like, if you like La La Land, you should watch this because La La Land is so obviously directly inspired by the film.
Pay attention, Ethan.
Oh, fascinating. Yeah, I had not heard of this. I just added it to my watch list, so I will definitely be checking this out.
Nice.
Interesting. Okay.
Doug's team is full.
Doug's team is complete. The first complete team of the draft.
That's the most Doug looking team I've ever seen.
I love that team for you, and I specifically love that you have Apocalypse Now at 311. I think that looks really good for everybody here on the show.
I didn't even need to like use that money that much because nobody even wanted any of my other movies.
Okay, I have 2 nominations before it gets back to Sophie, so I got to be careful. Well, I know Sophie won't be bidding on Megalopolis, so I will put up Megalopolis on the board for $1. I in fact did want to see a true conversation go down about Megalopolis. Truth be told, Ben's got to leave soon, so we've got a hard out on the pod, and we've got to roll forth. Maybe we'll do a Megalopolis review another time.
5-star Megalopolis, right? Ethan?
I love this movie. I have a lot of shame in it, and I'm literally driven to tears every day for my take, but I stand by it because I'm bullied. Because the internet is a sour place. What do you think?
Doug's gonna rate it 5 stars probably, so y'all can band together.
Love it.
Hey.
Doug, come back on. Okay.
Probably right.
I'll take Megalopolis for $1, a movie that I do think is 5 stars. Sure, there's probably a little bit of tiff brain going into that, but you know what? It is what it is. Movies are an experience, and that's part of that experience for me. So, okay. Wow. Incredible. National Treasure Megalopolis back to back. Who would have thought? A lot of yellow on those posters.
Yellow.
Okay. Ben, you've got 2 nominations.
I don't know how this is going to land with everyone else, but I'm going to throw out for $1, Grand Budapest Hotel.
A movie famously shit on last pod by one of our starring members.
I did not shit on it.
I think Ben's going to win this draft.
Were you not like, hey, I'd rather look at a book than watch the Grand Budapest
I really
Hotel?
want that statement specifically to get back to Doug because I really yeah, whatever. Images are cool. That's all I have to say about that.
You know what's cooler? Moving images.
Moving images are pretty great.
Yeah, Ben can have this movie.
Oh man, well I still got another spot to fill here. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, we'll let Ben take this one for $1. Wow.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
actually.
Ben might have conned us all. This is not good.
This is tough.
This is crazy.
I feel like I need a Nick Cage on my team. Try to spread this out.
Long legs.
Spread
out your long legs.
You know what I'm gonna go with actually? I'm gonna go with Kick-Ass.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
I like that. That's a very Ben core pick.
Yeah. I think he's great in that. Basically living out his Batman fantasy. I think this movie is super fun. I don't know. I think he's great in it. There's other more maybe Nick Cage movies that I might still take. I still have another spot on my team, but
it's true. You do.
Kick-Ass.
Okay. Kick-Ass. I'm not bidding on Kick-Ass. Sophie, you gonna bid on this?
Nope.
I think it's a fun film. Fun little flick.
It's fun to have fun at the movies. Fun to have fun.
It is. Fun to have fun. Okay, Kick-Ass for $1. Shoot, that's pretty cool. All right. Back to me. What shall I do? I just have to pick the only movie that Sophie won't bid on. So hopefully, like I said, it's like G-Force or something. The Croods a New Age. How are you feeling about the Croods franchise these days, Sophie?
Never tuned into those. Never will.
Hey, that's rude.
Shoot,
a lot of hardworking animators.
That's true.
That's tough.
Got me there.
Okay, I'm gonna stick out my long legs and I'll be putting long legs on the board for $1.
You're kidding.
Nice.
You're kidding.
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? Long legs?
That movie sucks.
It's a moment. It's a moment.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
It's a ridiculous moment.
I like long legs. I don't think it's fantastic, but I like it, and I think it's a good horror movie. And I still think it's got a lot of sway in the culture right now. I still think people like long legs.
That's true.
Okay, that completes my team. So, Sophie, I guess it's whatever you want. And then Ben, it's whatever you want.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I love to just gift you guys whatever you want.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, I wasn't going to do this. I didn't put this movie on my list because I have talked about it on this podcast way too many times. But, I found myself here. So I'm going to put up my actual favorite Nicolas Cage performance and film, which is Moonstruck.
Moonstruck. I knew this was coming. He started typing adaptation.
I was trying to throw her off the scent. I was hoping she was reading and then I would accidentally.
Certified Charlie Kaufman-hater here. You were typing that. Oh my god.
Every day I try to change your mind on the pod. Every day.
Yeah. Moonstruck, such a good movie. I talk about it endlessly. I think I drafted it on the New York draft. Doug, can you confirm?
I can confirm you did do that, and
awesome.
Nobody bid on it. Oh.
Yep. So here we are again.
I bid Good Time in the New York draft. That's a cool movie.
It's a good movie.
It's like it's.
How's it compared to Uncut Gems, though?
A poor man's Uncut Gems.
It's a way better. Michael Clayton is a great movie. Nobody bid on that either.
Thank you.
Shoot, yeah, good flick. I've never seen Moonstruck still. Okay, Ben, you've got the final pick of the draft.
I think we need to end with a Coppola, and it might not be what you think, but he was listed as Nicholas Coppola for Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So that's what I'm going to take.
Nice.
There's only 2 movies where he went as Nicholas Coppola. One of them was a TV movie. And then by the time he's in Valley Girl, he went with Cage. So, yeah, let's end it on a Coppola.
Nice.
Nice.
Not really like his movie, but I think it's a great movie. So,
yeah. No, great.
It's a good movie. I haven't seen this in a long time, but I remember liking it when I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay, we have done it. We have completed the Coppola Family Films Auction Draft today on the Movie Draft Podcast. Let's go through our teams and figure out how we feel about them, because I don't know. I feel pretty good, honestly. Sophie, why don't you start us off?
Yep. All right. I took The Godfather Part 2 for $687. Then I got Fantastic Mr. Fox for $60, Marie Antoinette for $20, Rocky for $115, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse for $1, and Moonstruck for $1.
What about your team, Doug? You want to go through it?
Yeah, I acquired the motion picture Apocalypse Now for $311.
A gift, some might say.
Yeah, someone's on a silver platter. And then I also acquired Bram Stoker's Dracula for $200. Then I acquired Wild at Heart for $1. And then Face Off for $106. Asteroid City for $160. And then One from the Heart for $1. That's a movie where a man sings, "This one's from the heart," just like that, and it's amazing.
Ethan, I'm
going to plug that up tonight. I'm firing that up right now.
That's great.
That's incredible. I grabbed The Conversation for $525. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse for $200. The Virgin Suicides for $118. National Treasure also for $118. 2 Sophie outbids in a row.
Back to back.
Megalopolis for $1 and Longlegs for $1.
For $995, I got The Godfather. And then for $1 each, I ended up with Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Lost in Translation, Grand Budapest Hotel, Kick-Ass, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Let's be honest with each other here. We are all in agreement that Ben kind of walked away with this one.
I think so.
I don't feel that way, but I appreciate you saying that, but I don't know.
I think Ben, you got the most popular film from each of the 4 directors in your first 4 picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't have National Treasure.
That's
I'll just
also
say that.
very true. I don't have
that. Any big omissions from the draft? Anything that you guys were hoping would come up on the board?
So Ben alluded to this, not alluded, he just said it earlier. The Heart of Darkness was on my board, but it fell out of my board when I picked up Face Off. But I was interested in picking up Heart of Darkness. Granted, picking up Apocalypse Now and Heart of Darkness would be ridiculous, but
I do think it's worth noting that Bringing Out the Dead, not here on the list. A Scorsese flick.
Yeah, but you guys don't like Martin Scorsese on this podcast.
Interesting. Hey, I like
Hello?
Scorsese.
I think it's interesting. There's a few like classic Cage movies, like, and I'm guilty of because I took Kick-Ass, but like Con Air, The Rock, Gone in 60 Seconds, like there's some that I think
adaptation
90s. Yeah, exactly. Like
nominated.
I'm surprised that kind of stuff didn't get taken, but yeah, Face Off, that can represent everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pretty cool. I was honestly pondering taking Pig as my last pick as well. I still like Pig. I think it would have been
so
movie.
much better than Long Legs.
we will see. We will see when the votes come in. Obviously, notably, Sing 2 left off of this list, which a little surprising to me. Queer not eligible.
From that, Doug?
What did you say?
Do you know any songs from that?
Queer? No,
from Sing 2.
I haven't seen Queer.
Oh, from Sing 2. No.
Oh, from Sing 2. I haven't seen Sing.
Another soundtrack I'm obligated to listen to on a pretty constant basis, but I will say better than Wonka, that's for sure. Huge shout out to Doug.
Yo, Paul King is one of our foremost image crafters.
I'm so over it.
Guys, I'm wrapping the pod. The time for speaking is over. I got it in the last word. Okay, I got it in the last word on the Wonka bit. Huge shout out to Doug for joining us on the pod. Thanks, Doug. If people want to find more of you, where can they find you at?
The Looks Like a Movie podcast on Spotify, Apple Music. We have an RSS feed and YouTube because we are a video podcast, which you guys aren't, but you still use video web cameras. That's interesting. Yeah.
We just like to look at each other.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Well, you gotta keep the draft after dark material. You gotta keep it hidden until we go live. Big thank you to my co-hosts Ben and Sophie. Thanks guys for joining me for a pod.
It's her pod. I'm just a guest.
It's true. Really, I'm just a guest. Also on Sophie's pod. Be sure to listen and subscribe to the Movie Draft Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes will release weekly on Tuesdays. We'll see you then.